Welcome to Lola's Frugal Life Podcast. If you're on a mission to be more frugal with both your time and money, you're in the right place. In this podcast, we talk about topics that help enhance living a frugal lifestyle. The goal is to save time and money where we can so that we can use the rest on what matters most to us. We talk a lot about both time and money management so that we can waste as little as possible on both. We do this while also embracing a progress over perfection mindset. If that sounds good to you, then please stick around for the latest episode right after a few quick words from our sponsor. Hi everyone, welcome back to my weekly meal plan episode. This is a quick weekly episode where I share my family's meal plan with you for the upcoming week. I also do a blog post that goes along with this, which is on my website at lolasfrugallife.com, where it includes the full meal plan for the week, as well as links to any recipes for that I share in this episode. So this week starts on Saturday, September 2nd. I do not have a meal plan for that day, because we will still be on vacation and I'm not cooking that day. I'm actually going to be eating out a lot on vacation this time, which is very unusual for me. We're going to try and save money and do like some, lighter meals and then some nicer ones to kind of mix it up. But we are going camping, and usually I cook a lot at the campground, but we have not been able to go for a while, and we really, really need a vacation, and I am just going to not cook. So anyway, either way, I probably wouldn't have shared whatever I was going to cook in the camper anyway, because it probably wouldn't have made for a good meal plan recipe. But anyhow, so Saturday I do not have a meal planned. For Sunday, I'm going to be making French onion meatballs from hugsandcookiesxo.com. This is just like a meatball recipe that it makes kind of like a gravy-ish. I think I've only made it once, so I really don't remember exactly how it, what the whole end result is like. But I know it has like obviously onions and some type of gravy or sauce, I believe you make with this recipe. Actually, I know you do. You make some type of like gravy, and it's very oniony though. So if you have anyone in your family that doesn't like onions, you might want to think of an alternative way to prepare it, which is what I'm going to do, because my husband isn't a huge fan of onions. He's okay with a little bit, but this kind of really had a lot. So I'm thinking of maybe cooking part of the meatball separately, or I'm not really sure yet. But anyhow, so we're going to do that for Sunday, and I'm going to do Chef John's Perfect Mashed Potatoes from allrecipes.com to go with those meatballs. I probably should throw a vegetable in there, but whatever. I don't have one on the plan for right now. I might just wind up reaching in the freezer and just grabbing a bag of frozen vegetables to go with that. So anyway, so that's for Sunday. For Monday, September 4th, I'm going to be doing oven-fried breaded pork chops, which is from skinnytaste.com. These are boneless pork chops that you coat with, or you dip into egg and then coat with panko breadcrumbs and crushed cornflakes mixed together. They're pretty quick and easy to just coat and throw in the oven. And then as a side, I'm going to be making easy lo mein, which is from damndelicious.net. This is your basic lo mein, like a vegetable lo mein. It's got a lot of vegetables in it. It's got like carrot and pepper and mushrooms and snow peas, and then it's seasoned with like your typical like sesame oil and soy sauce, that type of thing to make the lo mein. So I thought that would go really good with the pork chops. For Tuesday, we always have our Mexican theme meal on Tuesday. This week is actually Taco Tuesday. So I just cook up some ground beef and season it with some seasoned salt and some chili powder. And then I'll put out all the typical taco toppings, like lettuce, tomato, sour cream, avocado, some taco sauce, some salsa, cheese, all that kind of stuff. And then I usually put out some hard shell tacos and some soft shell tacos. So or shells, whatever. I'm not thinking the proper name for those. But anyway, that's for Tuesday. For Wednesday, we're going to be doing easy shrimp vegetable stir fry. This is from allrecipes.com. Like I've said before, though, when I make this recipe, I kind of use it more of like as a placeholder. I don't follow the recipe as written because I am usually very too lazy making a stir fry type meal to prepare all the vegetables myself, when you can buy frozen stir fry vegetables very easily. So I usually do that. and just have those in the freezer, and then I'll follow the rest of the recipe as far as, putting together the stir fry. So that is for Wednesday for our seafood night. For Thursday, we usually do soup or we do breakfast for dinner. This week is going to be breakfast for dinner. I'm going to be making hash brown breakfast casserole from spendwithpennies.com. This is made with hash browns and cooked sausage and eggs and milk and cheese. And it comes out really good, and it's really easy. You just kind of throw it together, but it does cook in the oven for a while. So if you're going to make it, just kind of be prepared. It takes like about an hour for it to cook. So what I usually do is, because this is the night that I go grocery shopping, so what I try and do is kind of get in the house quick, put away anything that has to get put away right away, get the casserole put together, throw it in the oven, and then get everything else put away. And then that way it can be cooking while I'm finishing getting the groceries put away. So then the last night for this week's meal plan is Friday, September 8th. We are doing hot dogs on Friday. We do this once a month on a Friday. So it's pretty simple. Just boil up some hot dogs or throw them on the grill. I make potatoes, peppers, and onions to go with it. I just dice up some potatoes, peppers, and onions, toss it with some olive oil and some seasoning, throw it in the air fryer. And you can put that right on the hot dog if you like Italian-style hot dogs. And then I'm going to be serving some chili with that also. I just realized I still actually had one more portion of frozen chili that I had made, I guess, right before the summer. So I'm going to defrost that and use that up, and we can have that with the hot dogs. So that's it for this week's meal plan. Like I said, you can find this meal plan along with any recipes that I mentioned on my website at lolasfrugallife.com. And I thank you so much for listening, and I will see you back here next week. So thank you for checking in for this podcast episode. And don't forget, you can always email me with any questions or suggestions at lolasfrugallife@gmail.com. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at lolasfrugallife. And you can find a blog post for most of my episodes and definitely all of my meal plan episodes at lolasfrugallife.com. You can also join our private listeners group at facebook.com/groups/lolasfrugallife. And if you enjoy the show, please make sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you listen from. And I would love it if you would screenshot the show and tag me on Instagram so I could see you're listening. Also, if you can please take a couple of seconds to rate and review the podcast. Those ratings and reviews are what help the show come up better in search results so that other people can find this podcast. So that will really help me in growing my audience. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have an awesome day.